If you're a fan of RoboCop, the first movie at least, RoboCop Rogue City is a great time. Developed by Teon and published by Nacon, Rogue City is a first-person shooter with RPG elements that puts a big emphasis on impactful shooting with lots of blood and explosions, but also a big emphasis on its story and characters. The storyline of Rogue City is original, and doesn't follow the plot of any of the movies, like many other licensed games have done in the past. However, Peter Weller returns to voice Alex Murphy, aka RoboCop, and several other characters from the movies make an appearance as well, including enemies such as Ed 209. The action is by far the greatest part of this game. Controlling RoboCop feels rightfully heavy, but some added movement abilities, such as a dash move and a brisk jog, keep movement from feeling too slow. In addition to this, shooting feels great. Bullets viciously rip enemies apart, and landing headshots and nutshots is extremely satisfying. There are plenty of guns to play with as well, like shotguns, which are great in this game.
Stop that crazy! Let's roll! Oh, fuck! I'm hit! Bastard shot me!
Heavy machine guns, SMGs, assault rifles, grenade launchers, and rocket launchers. However, I would always come back to the highly accurate, damaging, and dependable Auto 9, which has infinite ammunition and can be upgraded to be full auto and never require a reload. Environments respond to gunfire to an extent as well, and gameplay is even reminiscent of shooters like Fear for this reason, which is helped even more by a slow motion ability. Other abilities include an electric stun that can insta-kill several enemies at once when fully upgraded, as well as an energy shield. These abilities are all tied into the skill system, which is broken down into pathways such as combat, armor, vitality, deduction, so on and so forth. A single skill point can be acquired by building up 1,000 experience points. That can be gained through the completion of main story missions, side missions, or the locating of various pieces of evidence of criminal activity, such as drugs, incriminating photos and documents, stolen goods, fake IDs, or fake money. Therefore, exploration is key to acquiring as many skill points as you possibly can in order to make RoboCop as powerful as you possibly can. As I previously mentioned, the Auto 9 can be upgraded as well, and this is done with upgrade chips that can be inserted into chipsets that act as an upgrade tree just for the Auto 9. And again, these chips and chipsets can typically be found through, you guessed it, exploration, just like everything else in this game. Fortunately, environments are often very nice to look at while exploring them. Levels often feel like small open worlds, especially the downtown area, which makes Rogue City feel a bit like a Deus Ex game at times. The rain-soaked streets of this version of Detroit are chock full of fantastic lighting, neon signs, plenty of cars and people, and fantastic texture work. This game is highly immersive, and it is quite the looker. Several of the environments in this game are ripped straight from the movies, which is a real treat for fans of RoboCop. And some of the environments, such as the quarry and the police station, are so faithfully recreated that it's really quite impressive and very, very cool. even though a lot of the character models look pretty terrible. This certainly is a negative aspect of the game, and it isn't helped by some pretty awful voice acting at times. But RoboCop himself looks incredible, and Peter Weller does a great job with the voice work.
Justice never sleeps.
On the subject of voice acting, there is a lot of talking in this game. A lot. It's a bit much, in my opinion. In fact, I would say that the game is 50% walking around and talking to people, and 50% killing criminals and robots. This brings the pacing to a screeching halt over and over again. And while some of the characters are genuinely interesting, I would always just be itching to get back to combat. Then, on the subject of difficulty, the game isn't terribly challenging, but there are certainly some difficulty spikes when coming up against the robotic foes. These make up some of the most tense moments in the game, even boss fights, and they are very enjoyable fights. The rest of the combat tends to lean more toward power fantasy than anything else, even on the higher difficulties. But this to me is appropriate for a game where you play the role of RoboCop. All in all, RoboCop Rogue City is flawed, yet awesome. Just for the environments, world building, and combat, I would recommend this game to fans of RoboCop and first-person shooters in general. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like and subscribe, and dislike it if you absolutely hated it. As always, enjoy the rest of your day.
Situation is under control.
You now have 15 seconds to comply. Stand back.
I'll do one better, cop. I'm out of here.
You now have 5 seconds to comply. 4,
I said
3,
everything is under control.
1.
Ed,
I am
stand
now
there.
authorized to use physical force.